Welcome, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, to the new lunar religious sermon. I am Father John, and I'll be leading the sermon this evening. As always, let's start this sermon off by pledging allegiance to the new lunar new lunar republic national anthem. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, welcome to the new lunar religious sermon. I am Father John, and I'll be leading the sermon this evening. I want to welcome every single one of you. Thank you for joining us this evening for this wonderful, beautiful night of worship for our goddess. thy mother to you and I, and the queen of the night. So last night, I took a taxi cab, and I decided that I would go grab me a pizza. Well, one conversation led to another and another, and then I just thought comfortable that I would tell this cab driver about our religion and our faith. And this cab driver was asking us what our core values were, how many people were in it, where did it all start, the basics: when, who, why, what, and when. And it intrigued him to the point where he said he'd be watching this evening and he would join. Our ideology and our belief system and the way that we all live our lives is the way that we should all live. Now, sadly, we lost a member. We lost a brother last Friday. I don't know if you all remember when I was preaching about do not harm others unless they harm you first. It's the same motto that the military uses. Do not shoot until shot upon, etc. Life happens. Things happen. Fights happen. But Brother Matthew decided that you could not take the stress, you could not take the anger, you could not take the frustration, and he blew up. Meaning he just lost his control and just start losing it. Well, push come to shove, his mom appears out of the kindness of our heart to what I and you would think was trying to calm him down. And Brother Matthew did something that I have forbidden you all and should never do. Brother Matthew shoved and injured his mom. Not his birth mom, but his stepmom. But nevertheless, a mother is the most precious human life form on this planet. For she feeds you, puts a roof over your head, is in your corner, always defends you, always loves you, always protects you. And when this happened, Brother Matthew admitted what he did. It took maybe a day or so, but Brother Matthew was worried. Because actions come with consequences. We should never, ever put our hands on others unless they put their hands on us. And we should never harm those who love us so dearly. Because your mother, your father, your grandma, your grandpa, your grandmother and grandfather, your family are older and wiser, and they live, and one day they will die. And to harm your family is not only being mean, evil, and selfish, it is a sin. Why harm those who love you every day. You may not agree with them. You may not understand them. And sometimes they may drive you mad. But you know what? They came before you and I, and they have a purpose in life to set you up for success. Now, I'm not saying all parents are good at what they do, but we are all human. And when you harm others and you are part of this faith, sad to be, you are exiled because you or whoever commits these atrocities did not follow, is not following the core values, the meaning and the purpose of what we do. We support love, not hate. We support, not exiling others. We love. We are loyal. We're not disloyal. We live the values of which humanity and society have forgotten to show and do. So I pray for Brother Matthew. Now the good news was the consequence that he was facing never came. And why would you think that would be? His stepmother, even though in that second, that minute, sitting in the ER with a bruised body, banged up body, and cut up body. And the papers in front of her, and you know what papers I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. The papers are in front of her, and she cannot fill them out. Because Brother Matthew's mother, stepmother, still loves him. And mother's love to you and I is bigger than anything we've ever witnessed. For that I pray for Brother Matthew and his future well-beings, and he needs help.
As you find your way through this life you make, I hope you'll live each day for all it's worth. Bother your heart needs and dream your biggest dreams. All of these things I will pray for you. I will pray for you. I will pray for you. For every darkness, through every light, is one ahead of you. I cannot carry you, but I can promise I will pray for you. If a love so true breaks your heart in two, and it hurts so much that you can't forgive, And even the smallest step feels like miles away. But you'll get there one day. I will pray for you. I will pray for you. I will pray for you. Through every darkness, through every light, He's running ahead of you. I can't carry you, but I can promise I will pray for you. So if you ever start to wonder if you're in this world alone, I'll be there to help you over. If you lose your way, if you lose your faith, when the time is through, my final wish for you is to count your blessings, not your regrets. With peace inside your soul and all that heaven holds, I hope you always know I will pray for you. I will pray for you. I will pray for you. Every darkness, for every light, it's not ahead of you. I cannot carry you, but I can promise I'll pray for you. I can promise I will pray for you.
So, let me make this very clear. And this is the last time, my brothers and sisters, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I will say this. If you physically abuse, physically harm, batter, or any harm to others, and you do it first, and you don't have the legal right unless you have to defend yourself or the other person hit you first. We will not tolerate abuse, punching, kicking, biting, hurting, stabbing, shooting. We are not that style of life. We live as pillars, as leaders. We're not followers, we're leaders. We are here to love, support, and do all that is what society has forgotten. This church will never tolerate harm to others, especially your family. So the next time that someone does this will be exiled. Nor we will tolerate it, nor will our goddess. So the beauty of what I've seen from our fellow members is the belief and the love and the support and the trusting. They basically give up everything. They take their heart and they give it to our goddess. They believe every minute of every hour, every minute of every second, they believe. And when you believe, when you have those bad days, those days turn around like that. When you are having the roughest, toughest, darkest moment in your life, when you believe and you stay loyal and faithful, those days will be numbered. And good days will be unlimited and will be eternally forever. It's all matter as if when you believe.
Many nights we prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were climbing mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe. No hope is real, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will. You will when you believe. In this time of fear, when prayer so often proved in vain, hope seems like the summer bird too swiftly before I can't explain. Seeking faith and speaking words I never thought I'd say. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to keep. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will. You will when you believe. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will.
have those days. We all have those days that just don't go like they're supposed to. Say you fail a test. Say you lost a loved one. Say you've got broken up with, maybe had a divorce, whatever it may be. The terminology, the ideology, phrase is bridge over troubled waters. For look at it in this context, the bad days are not just only bad days, they're choppy seas. And we, as a family, we don't sink. We don't drown. We prevail and we succeed. Because nothing can stop us. Because we are on a bridge over troubled waters.
When you're weary, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them. I'm on your side. When times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over. When you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your heart when darkness comes and faith is all around. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Feel still on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. If you need a friend, I'm standing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lead you on, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lead you on. I will lead you
The beauty of our faith is we are so tight-knit that when one brother or sister has an issue, we automatically come to the rescue and stand side by side, shoulder and shoulder. It's like a trucker going down the interstate. And truck drivers have their own brotherhood, sisterhood. If you're a trucker for whatever company it is, you're a brother and you're a sister. And if one brother breaks down, another one stops and helps. That's the same thing that we do. Someone and everyone helps along the road.
Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me. Beyond the present storms that waiting patiently. No secrets held in an open mind. A spirit that soars over mountains. Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me. Somehow guiding always shows the way to those who lose their way by searching for a day away from happiness. Tomorrow will bring a new sunrise. Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me. Sometimes when winds are still, unexpectedly, perhaps beyond this silent hill, a voice will come to me. Raise your eyes and see my world. Raise your voice and sit down. Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me. Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me. Beyond the present storms that waiting patiently. No secrets held in an open light. A spirit that soars over mountains. Somewhere along the road, someone waits for me. Somewhere along the road, someone
It is so true that we never leave a fellow brother or sister behind, no matter what the issue may be. We're always there. We're united as one, not one. No one is more important than all of us. When we all go through the new understanding of our faith, and for the true believers, they know that our goddess has went through more than what she should have ever went through in her whole entire life. For she had a right, as we all do, to voice our voices and our voices to be heard. If we don't agree with something, we speak up. But she was shut down, she was banished, she was neglected, mentally, emotionally abused. To us, our goddess is more than just a god. She is more than just a mother to you and I. And she is more than a queen of the night. She is a rose. And she always has been a rose. When she lived with her sisters, who are thorns, she still was a rose amongst the thorns.
From a simple prayer that began as a whisper in a quiet place, a dream can inspire the world. A voice echoes far away. The wind can take our thoughts from the wasteland where we walk into a pure land. As heroes proudly stand like arms above from a simple that began in the corner of an unlit place. A vision embraces the world, a million candles blaze. We rise above ourselves with dignity somehow, reach that promised land. As heroes proudly stand like From a simple prayer that began as a whisper in a quiet place, the dream can inspire the world. A voice echoes far away. The wind can take our thoughts from the wasteland where we roam into a pure land. As heroes boldly stand, like the
The beauty of our faith is that it's very accepting of all. We don't have boundaries. We don't have walls for people to climb over. We just don't turn people away because, well, they don't want to fully commit. They want to come and see. We don't turn people away of their race, color, sexuality, orientation. We set the bar for other faiths to look up. For our faith is a privilege. It's not a right. Our mother, thy goddess, queen of the night, our rose, has given us this faith, has given us the opportunity to lead the way and show the way. The last song I want to play it reminds me, it's called The Heart and the Blood. It describes words that I cannot describe myself. But what I can say is that no matter what happens through our lives, we are not led down the wrong path. We are not led to die in a faith of worrisome of sin and hate and judgment and all the evil. Because our goddess, her wings are as big as our group, and she protects us all. It is a blessing to have one of the most loyal, the most devoted, the most privileged goddesses we could ever have. So with that said, let me play this song. It's called The the heart and the blood.
What is a castle without a queen? Just as a sword far from the shield, so I will stand by you in fields of green. For what is a castle without a queen? What is a heart without the blood? Just as a bird held from the world, so I will fight for you through fire and flood. For what is a heart without the blood?
With that said, my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I leave you with these pondering words. Love thy neighbor. Love thy family to you and I. For family is all we got. And when it's gone, it's gone. Thank you so much. And have a blessed evening.